I promise this is not clickbait. Why would it be clickbait? There's no reason for this to be a clickbait. So I don't even know why I made this disclaimer, but yeah, okay. Hey guys, it's Summer and welcome back to my channel. So, this is my very first story time video. I've always wanted to make one, but I don't ever have good stories because my life is just so boring. So I have a story now. So Saturday, March 11th, it was my nephew's birthday, and so I had to go to my grandma's house to help them prep and cook egg rolls and all that other stuff. So they said be there at 9, and I was late because I got pulled over for no reason, literally no reason at all. I guess he thought I was doing something, but I really wasn't. Like, honestly, I'm being so honest. I'm like basically transparent. That's how honest I'm being right now. So I was driving to my grandma's house and I was just listening to music and I was driving along on this road, and yeah, so I was driving and then I saw the cop park, and so I just kind of looked at the car and just kept driving, and like music on the radio was playing, blah blah blah. And so when I went to pass the cop, I looked in my rearview mirror and I saw him pull out and he sped up to me, and I'm like, wow, this guy's gonna pull me over. So I got pulled over, and this is the second time I ever got pulled over in my life. So the first time I got pulled over was because my taillight was out. That was it. I got pulled over and I stopped the car. I turned my car off, rolled down my window, and the officer came over and he's like, do you know why you're being pulled over today? And I'm like, no, sir. Why am I being pulled over? He said, when you drive past me, you were on your phone. And I looked at him and I'm like, but I wasn't on my phone. And honestly, I don't use my, like, I'm not lying. I swear I am not lying. I have tried to text and drive. Maybe I'll be on the phone when I drive, but I Bluetooth my phone, so I don't really have to hold it up to my ear. So I really don't use my phone. I've tried texting and driving. I can't do it. It's too hard. I am not coordinated enough to do that, so I don't text and drive. I don't snap and drive. I don't do anything and drive because that's just too hard for Summer Bang to do. Like, no. I was like, but I wasn't on my phone. He said, when you were driving past me, I saw your hand up to your mouth. And I'm like, that's because I was wiping my mouth. I was eating gum at the time, and I don't know why, but I salivate a lot when I eat gum. I don't know why, but I do. So I was wiping my mouth, and like, that's why I told him, like, I wiped my mouth when I was driving past you. Maybe you saw that. And he said, well, I saw your other hand up here. And I'm like, which hand is it? Which hand? Like, I felt like he was making stuff up at this point because there was no proof that I was on my phone. There really wasn't any proof because it never happened. When he said that, I'm like, but I wasn't on my phone. I don't have any calls or texts within these last minutes because no one calls or texts me. And that was it. And so he was like, may I see your license? I'm like, it's my backpack in the back of my car. Can I go get it? He's like, sure. So I was getting my stuff out. And I felt like, I don't know if he was trying to make just a side conversation with me or anything. I don't know if he meant anything by it, but the way he was talking to me, it would seem so condescending. It just threw me off. As I was getting my license out, he was like, this is a nice car. I have a BMW X5. I'm like, thank you. And I was like, still looking for my stuff, and he's like, do you own this car? And in my head, I'm like, why would you ask me a question like that? Of course I own this car. Is he accusing me of stealing a car? I don't know if he was like a racist cop or something, because he was an older white man and I'm a 20-year-old Asian girl. So I don't know if he thought I stole it or something. And I'm like, yes, I own the car. So he's like asking for information. He's like, all right, you can go sit back in your car. I'll be right back. I'm like, okay. So I sat in my car and he was like plugging all this stuff in. But oh, actually, before he left, sorry, I'm kind of backtracking right now because I just remember this part. He said, so if I look on my video, then I won't see that you were on your phone. I'm like, no, you won't, because I wasn't. So he goes back to his car and like plugs all this stuff in and comes back. He's like, okay, we're good to go, but I swear you were on your phone. I'm like, you can't say you swore. And I get it, it's your job to say I swear you're on your phone. You just look so stupid because you don't have any proof that I was on my phone. He literally had no proof. Maybe on his video, but again, like I said, I really was not on my phone. My phone was sitting in my center console and that was it. Like, I didn't touch it. I told him, I'm like, Well, when I was driving past you, I was listening to the radio, and in my head I was like, if you saw my lips moving, it's because I was singing along to the songs on the radio. I was doing that. I was singing in the car because that's what I do. So he was like, okay, well, we're good to go. Have a nice day. Are you going to work? I'm like, no, I'm going to my grandma's house. He's like, okay, have a good day. That was it. So I went to my grandma's house, and the first thing I said when I got inside, I'm like, sorry, I'm late. I got pulled over and I told him the story. That is my story time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time. If you ever had any run-ins with the law and the police, you should let me know, because these stories are usually really funny. Because my story was so stupid, it became funny just by how stupid it was. My sister was like, oh, you should have gotten his name and his badge number and everything. I'm like, yeah, I probably should have, but you know, it's whatever. He was doing his job, I guess. Maybe it was like he was meeting the end of his quota and he needed to pull people over to meet his quota. I don't know. Subscribe to my channel if you would like. Check out my social medias if you'd like. Check out my website, and I never announce this, but I do have a website. It's called summer-fang.com. It's just my portfolio of my pictures, so if you wanted to check that out, you definitely could. The link is, everything is in my description box if you want to go check it out. I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you next time. Bye.